there are days when the fire fades, when even the dreams you once held close now feel far away, and every step forward feels like walking through mud. If you're here, maybe you felt that heaviness too. But I want you to know, you're not broken, you're not lazy, you're just disconnected from your inner current, the source of true motivation. Today, we're not just talking about staying motivated. We're going to rediscover what motivation truly is, from the inside out, through the lens of neuroscience, mysticism, and ancient truth. We'll reconnect to the soul of motivation. What motivation really is. Motivation isn't a surge of noise or a jolt of energy. It's the quiet clarity that rises from within. It's a biological signal and a spiritual whisper. In neuroscience, motivation is closely linked to dopamine, the molecule of desire, movement, and reward. It's not just released after you achieve something. It's what pulls you toward the goal. Every time you imagine a better future, your prefrontal cortex begins to plan. Your reticular activating system, or RAS, begins filtering reality to match that vision. And your dopaminergic system begins releasing subtle nudges of energy. But according to Neville Goddard, your desire is divine discontent. That longing inside you, that's your soul calling you forward. It's not random, it's sacred. Motivation, in truth, is the union of vision and energy. The mind sees, the spirit moves, and the body follows. Why we lose motivation. So, why do we lose motivation? Why do we abandon the very things we once burned for? It's not weakness. It's not lack of discipline. It's disconnection. We lose motivation when we forget why we started, or when our inner speech begins working against us. Your inner voice says, "What's the point? This is too hard. I'm not good enough. I'm not going to make it." And the brain believes it. When repeated, these phrases shut down the brain's task network and reactivate the default mode network, the center of rumination, self-doubt, and anxiety. According to the Bible, without vision, the people perish. Proverbs 29:18. Motivation fades when we lose connection to meaning, and meaning begins in the imagination. The true source of motivation. So let's pause for a moment. Stay with me. Now that you know the messages in my videos, you know that you are not just a body, you are above all spirit, a vibrational being. You can access everything in the spirit at this very moment, and we will try to reconnect, not with the outside world, but with the deeper intelligence that breathes beneath your skin. That ancient force within you, older than memory, the current that moves stars and stirs your desire to grow. Just relax and close your eyes. Let your breath slow. Now picture a future version of you, not a fantasy, but a strong desire, a truer you, a version shaped not by fear, but by clarity. See yourself standing tall, focused, confident, fulfilled, not because life is perfect, but because you are aligned. Your shoulders are relaxed. Your eyes glow with certainty. You move with quiet power. Now, don't just see it. Feel it. What does it feel like to become this version of yourself? Stay there. What emotions rise when you know you are living in your purpose, no longer resisting your greatness? That feeling, right where you are in your mind right now, is not fiction. It's not fantasy. It's the beginning of transformation. This is absolutely not a mere daydream. It is transformation. It is rewiring. Modern neuroscience tells us that when you visualize a goal vividly, the brain activates the same neural circuits as if you're actually living it. To the subconscious mind, imagined reality and lived reality are nearly indistinguishable. You are literally carving neural pathways with your thoughts and emotions. Motivation is born in this sacred intersection. When vision meets feeling, when the imagined future becomes emotionally real in the present moment. This is the divine formula. Vision plus emotion equals energy in motion. That's not just a clever phrase. That's what emotion truly is. Energy that moves you forward, propelled by vision that matters. When you speak to yourself, not from where you've been, but from where you are becoming, you engage in the most powerful creative act available to the human mind. Say this to yourself: I am ready. I move forward with power. I remember who I am. These aren't affirmations to chant blindly. These are neural instructions. They shape your chemistry. They rewire your networks. They sculpt your identity. Words are not passive. Words are electrical commands that activate entire systems in the brain. When those words are spoken with belief and felt with emotion, they change you. Because motivation isn't something you wait to feel. It's something you create from within, through conscious thought and embodied presence. It doesn't come from watching someone else climb the mountain. That might inspire you, yes. But true, lasting motivation, it comes from something far deeper, from remembering that you were born to rise, that within you is a will older than time, a spark that never died. You don't need to find motivation. You need to remember your source and speak yourself back into alignment with it. How to stay motivated daily. Now let's make it real. Resisting change is normal, and with every change comes the mourning of something. That's why it's absolutely necessary to establish a practice ritual. Here are 5 daily, easy-to-implement micro-practices to ignite and sustain your motivation. 1. Morning ritual. Create your state. Wake up, sit still, and say, "Today, I remember who I am." Visualize your future self. Feel the power of your goals already done. Then move your body. A cold shower, a short walk, even 5 push-ups. Why? Because movement releases dopamine and resets your energy. 2nd, micro-win strategy. Your brain loves progress. Big goals paralyze. Tiny steps energize. Break your mission into bite-sized wins. Every checkmark, every small victory releases dopamine. 3. Mind your inner speech. Observe your thoughts. Be a vigilant shepherd who watches over his sheep like the apple of his eye. Are your thoughts fueling you or draining you? If it is, "This is hard," change it to, "I'm growing stronger through this." Speak to yourself like a trusted guide, because you are. 4. Reconnect to your why. Purpose beats willpower. Every evening, ask, "Why does this matter to me?" Write it down. Read it in the morning. 5. Gratitude as rocket fuel. Gratitude isn't soft, it's powerful. When you feel thankful, your brain releases serotonin and activates the reward center. According to Neville Goddard, if you know how to give thanks, you can move from your body of darkness into the world of light and encounter your loved ones there. For example, start your day with 3 things you're grateful for and watch how life opens up. The mystical dimension. Now let's go deeper into the soul of motivation, the mystical dimension. According to the great mystic poet Rumi, the longing you feel is the echo of the divine calling. Answer it with love. You're not chasing a goal, you're answering a calling. The Hermetic principle of vibration says Nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates. In other words, consciousness is motion. When you're connected to your truth, your energy flows. When you forget it, your energy stalls. Motivation is a mystical alignment, not with the outside world, but with the inner current of who you truly are. Motivation isn't something you wait for. It's something you ignite through intention, vision, and alignment. When you remember who you are, when you speak life into your being, when you connect to your future with emotion and clarity, you become unstoppable. So when the world feels heavy, when nothing makes sense, when the fire seems dim, don't give up. Go within. It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. Confucius, there is still a spark, there is still breath, there is still you, and that is more than enough to begin again. Start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. Arthur Ashe. Motivation is remembering that the power has always been yours. And now, you begin again. Staying motivated isn't about forcing yourself through life. It's about aligning with a deeper reason to keep going. If this message helped you reconnect to that reason, then let this be your moment of choice. Subscribe to Speech and Mind and awaken more than motivation. Awaken meaning, clarity, power. Thanks for listening, and drop a comment below. Your words might reignite someone else's fire. Share this with someone who needs to remember their strength. Because motivation isn't just personal, it's contagious. And remember this, you don't stay motivated by trying harder. You stay motivated by becoming clearer. Clearer about who you are, why you're here, and what you're ready to rise into.